I may have crossed the finish line at the Chicago Marathon, but it was actually the start line to a new marathon training cycle, or maybe a continuation of a long training process for the California International Marathon in December. Most of all, Chicago marked the beginning of a new mindset I had taken, which was running discipline. For the first time in 8 years of running, I got a coach. It wasn't to keep me motivated, but to guide me to my ultimate goal. My A race goal for CIM is to qualify for the Boston Marathon, but I know it is still a far-reaching goal considering that I've only been coached for the past 8 weeks. But that's what an A race goal is supposed to be about, right?
It's October 12th. 3 days after the Chicago Marathon, I'm going for my first run, which is supposed to be an easy shakeout run just to get the blood flowing to my legs and continue to promote recovery. I actually feel okay. I'm actually not sore. I'm going to take it easy. This is the earliest I've ever ran right after a marathon. I usually take about a week off completely, but seeing that CIM is 7 weeks away, it's time to go back into training. After all, the Chicago Marathon was supposed to be a long run for CIM. It wasn't an eagle race, so I didn't put everything into it. So that's why I still feel pretty good this morning.
This coaching plan included heart rate training, which I experimented with when we had no in-person races during the pandemic. I hated it then, but now that it was forcing me to slow down, I was starting to enjoy not getting beat up after every workout. Realistically, my goal for CIM is to get a PR. Anything under 3:54 would make me happy, but to get there, I would have to ditch some of my bad long run habits. I approach long runs by taking them slower in the beginning so I can practice negative splitting. Negative splits are hard to do in a marathon, but it seems to be the secret sauce for that final kick at the end of a race.
Today is all about easy running. It's my recovery miles after yesterday's negative split workout. I'm learning to enjoy what running slow means. I used to think that I had to put in all my effort in all my daily runs, but it turns out I was in the gray zone. I was pushing myself. And even today, my last split was a little faster than I should be going, and so I'm trying to slow down. I'm trying to enjoy the run.
Not all my workouts were slow. I did some speed work on the treadmill as well. It's hard to feel myself going top speed on the treadmill.
It's November 4th. We're 4 weeks away from CIM. That's 1 month. Doing a 12 miler today, and the assignment is 5 miles warm up, and then I got a total of 6 miles at goal marathon pace. So right now, I'm trying to take it easy, because I'm on like mile 3.
Running discipline is holding back in the early miles so you can run faster later on.
And will you look at that? My run ends at Starbucks. Even though I finished that run, it made me feel a little insecure about my prospects in 4 weeks. I had to work really hard to hit those paces, a lot harder than I had anticipated. It's got me feeling nervous whether I can run even faster than the pace I was supposed to run today for 26.2 miles. I wouldn't say I'm a cheapskate. I'm just economical. So instead of a Theragun or a Hyperice, I went with a knockoff called the Confier. But gets the job done, right? Yeah, I think I strained my quad a little bit on that 12 miler, so I gotta recover here.
I was more proactive about recovery this time rather than merely passing out on the couch after a long run.
I'm really sweaty because it's 3 weeks till CIM, and I just finished a speed workout, 1K repeats. That's why I'm so red and sweaty. Good thing for this cool down, really needed it. At least the good thing is that I won't have to run as fast as the 1K repeats. Ooh. After a hard speed workout like that, it's time to refuel. I got some egg noodles, chicken, and veggies.
These planned rest days were allowing me to be injury-free for the first time in a training cycle, and it also freed up time for me to get through my backlog of editing travel videos. Shameless plug for my travel videos, so like and subscribe.
It's November 11th, and I'm doing my 14-mile run. Actually, I've been looking forward to this run all week because the point of it is to keep it easy, meaning that I don't have to kill myself doing this 14-miler.
I drank the coconut water Kool-Aid and was buying into this negative splitting thing.
It's November 15th, just a little over 2.5 weeks before CIM, and I just finished a speed workout. Those mile intervals were kind of rough, but a lot better than the 1K mile repeats. But hey, no pain, no gain, right? But at least I know that I will be running slower than the intervals that I ran today.
Now looking back on my previous training cycles, I had ran a lot of what was considered junk miles. Even though I had read a book on 80-20 training years ago, I never practiced it. 80% of your miles should be easy and 20% should be fast. Instead, my workouts did not have any objectives or polarization. No wonder why I had plateaued or gotten slower. I had achieved my first sub-4 hour finish at CIM in 2019, and hence, I considered this C goal to be doable. I didn't have the disciplined training back then, and yet I was somehow able to squeak out a sub-4 finish.
It's November 18th, a little over 2 weeks away from CIM, and I'm fitting in my last long workout. At least the good thing about running the Chicago Marathon about a month ago is that I didn't have to do a 20-miler. I had that stress rehearsal, which was the actual marathon itself.
Following a plan for my long runs kept me engaged, and I could get some quality miles in. Let's compare that to my last 15-miler before getting coached. That was back in July. Even though I completed the 15 miles, you can see the workout wasn't conducive in building mental toughness or physical strength.
Not sure how I feel about my chances of getting a BQ in a couple of weeks. I don't know, maybe 50-50. I guess it's going to depend on how I do in the next few workouts.
And those few workouts took place in Mexico City as I combined the taper period with a vacation I had planned months ago. We have to live our lives, and part of being disciplined is being able to balance your other hobbies. Yes, there will be a video series on my week in Mexico City.
It's not even 6 a.m. and we're up and at it during our vacation. It's November 21st and we're here in Mexico City. Just because I'm on vacation doesn't mean it's an excuse to stop my training. It's taper week, so I was going to do less mileage anyways. We're going to try to fit in 4 easy miles this morning. It's not that dark. As long as we stay in the lighted areas, we'll be okay.
Besides, I like running when I'm traveling to a new city. It's another form of sightseeing. Workout clothes don't take up much space in my suitcase anyways.
Oh boy, running at 7,000 feet in elevation, not easy. I'm running a lot slower than I usually am because I'm a little winded from being high up. Oh my gosh, hills at altitude. I think I'm trying to torture myself here. I'm crawling up this hill. That was altitude training, right?
Yeah, it's pretty tough.
Now you know how those UFC fighters feel when they have to go fight in Mexico City.
Yeah, you can see why they're gassing out after like 90 seconds.
Day 4 of our trip in Mexico City, and here I am, another early morning, gonna get in another 4 easy miles. And it looks like a nice crisp morning for running because it rained hard last night.
And today's run will be through Chapultepec Park, and it's a really huge park, so we should easily get 4 miles out of here.
It's such a nice day to run in the park. The other day when I was here, it was super crowded with vendors and just people walking around. But here, early this morning, you see the vendor stands empty because they haven't gotten here yet. People sweeping up the leaves and a bunch of runners. Today's run was a lot better than yesterday's run. Maybe I'm starting to get a little bit more acclimated to the altitude. It's November 23rd and Mexico City day 5. For our last workout this week, I'm going to be heading to the gym, getting some speed work in. Wow, that was a very intense treadmill speed workout, especially at elevation. I couldn't hit my times, but still try to do something that resembled a progressive speed workout. Sometimes you just have to show up and do some sort of workout. That was better than just staying in bed or just pounding and getting off the treadmill.
Exactly. It was tempting to give up on that speed workout, but logging in some sort of workout is better than not doing one at all. Showing up is half the battle. Plus, it made our hotel breakfast much more enjoyable.
It feels so good to be back running at sea level again. And I'm getting into the spirit of CIM by wearing the finisher shirt from 2019. Just finished my 7-miler. Felt pretty good because I got a little negative split at the end there. So built up my confidence over this training period. We'll see what happens next week at CIM. It is what it is. I just gotta be present and stay calm in the moment and be disciplined, most of all.
Discipline, meaning don't run like I did in 2019 and shot out too fast and tried to hang on as long as possible. I was lucky that the course was favorable for speeding up at the end. If I fail to achieve any of my time-based goals, at least I can count on myself to finish and get some soup in the end. Working with a coach for the past 8 weeks has given me confidence that I can get back to my pre-pandemic 2019, early 2020 level of fitness. These last couple of years have made me burnt out in a lot of aspects of my life, as reflected by my recent marathon performances. Now taking on this disciplined mentality has unlocked new potentials within marathon running for me.